Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Broken Lollipop. I was gonna play something totally different from this. I promise you, I had like a game picked out, everything, and then I decided that I was going to play the Broken Lollipop. Why? I don't know, because I'm scared of clowns. I don't understand why. Somebody also mentioned, like, they watched my last video and they were like, Voyia, you're scared of everything. Not necessarily, just thunder, dogs, small little rodents, reptilians, the frogs, tadpoles, uh, mm, just any variation of anything that's to do with a toad or a frog. Absolutely, I'm scared of it. Spiders, ants, the woodworks, all ants. We'll just say all insects. We'll just say all insects. Okay, I'm playing around too much. If you're new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if not, I hope I can make your day a little bit better. Or whoever this is, I'm not for sure. Now, I don't know if this game has any type of trigger warnings. There were no trigger warnings on the thing. However, if there are any, I will put them on the screen just so you guys can see them. I'm double checking to make sure it's not there. And if not, let's get going. It is your first day in a new town. You have been busy with unpacking and setting things up that you haven't even had a chance to acclimate yourself. It's too late for that now, though. You told your professor that you'd be coming into class today, especially since you finished settling in yesterday. So, I don't personally I wouldn't have done that, but yeah, okay, all right. It is, after all, the only way you've kept up your attendance grade. The promise that you'd attend ASAP. You let out a sigh after gathering everything you needed for your class before making your way out of the brand new apartment. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cough, you guys. Remember, I have a cold. It's kicking my butt. The weather is nice. One of the reasons you even moved here in the first place. And you're in a relatively good mood. You're feeling a bit amped up with the euphoria of being done with the unpacking. It sure does feel good to have such a monumental task finally out of the way. The chores that come with moving are so draining. You honestly surprised you finished it all up in such a timely manner. Well, maybe it's because you honestly didn't have much to unpack. Good for you. Your mind continues to wander as you walk in the general direction of your school. Well, at least you got it. I'm telling you, I hate moving. I know a lot of people, they adore jumping around from city to city, state to state, and everything else, and unpacking and packing. But for me, I have been doing it since I was a kid. And since I was like 6, I have been moving back and forth in different states and everything, different cities. So to me, it is just a chore at this point. So when I have to move, I'm like, ugh, again. I've literally been living in the same place I've been living for like almost 3 years now. You feel like you've been walking for quite some time now. Wasn't your school a mere 15 minutes away from home? You certainly thought so. You pull out your phone, a bit anxious that you're in a place that you don't recognize and that you'll be late for class. The first thing you check is the time. What? How has it been over an hour since I left? Were you really that distracted while you were walking? It happens to the best of us. Although, if I'm going somewhere and I think it's going to be 15 minutes, I don't think I'd be too distracted. I don't think I'd be an hour distracted. You let out yet another deep sigh. You must have been getting brain fog or something from all the work you've been doing. You might not have been attending the class in person, but it doesn't mean that you weren't doing work for them, your job aside. You navigate to your Maps app, hoping that it'll be able to answer your question. Where the heck are you? The hope is shattered when you're unable to find location notification popped up. That has got to be the worst feeling in the world. Oh my God. I think I would probably cry at that point. Seems like your location service broke or something. Maybe you should find a local shop to get directions from. While you were walking, however, you hear the faint sound of circus music. It certainly sounds like it, at least. So remember when I said I was scared of a lot of things? Clowns used to freak me out when I was a kid, to the point where I would run screaming if I saw one. I don't think they scare me as much now as an adult, but I don't want to test it. So if I see something too creepy, I might have to take a break in between or, you know, just catch my breath. And judging by the fact that the only shops you've passed are closed, you really are setting your best on the sound. You head towards the noise. Oh my god, it got louder. The source of the music is an actual circus tent? Let me turn this down. Oh my god, that got so loud. Scared the crap out of me. You're surprised to say the least. Are these commonplace here? You've certainly never seen one in person before. There's a faint sound of performance coming from the tent. Considering you haven't seen anyone else up until this point, you decide to head inside. No boy, please don't be creepy clowns in here. When you enter the tent, however, the noise seems to stop completely. The scene before you is somehow even more baffling. No. Well, hello there. Oh, she looks so sad. She? Oh, that's a she. She looks so sad. Oh, I wonder what's wrong. Sitting alone in the middle of the stage is a lone clown. She's sitting in the fetal position and hasn't noticed you enter, despite the silence. No, poor little thing. Look how cute she is. She's even more... That's not a clown. When I say I'm scared of clowns, I'm scared of something like this. Boy, put up a picture. Something like that. That's what I'm scared of. This, absolutely not. This is adorable. You believe she's a clown, at least. She has the red nose and the clownish features. But overall, her style seems a bit more trendy than the average clown. Maybe it's just a hobby? Oh, she noticed me. And there's a love meter. Okay, well, I mean, I have been known to be good with the ladies, so let's see how the love meter works out. Suddenly, she notices you, turning her attention towards you without warning. Instead of saying anything, however, she simply stares with big eyes, more surprised than you are. This silence is getting pretty awkward, though. Are you okay? You're just kind of sitting there. Excuse me, do you need any help? The girl blinks hard before whipping her head around the room. Jesus. Can you imagine somebody just jumps and jolts their head towards you? That's got to be so scary. Once she made sure no one else was in the room, she points to herself. You laugh softly at her dramatic movement. Yes, you. Are you okay? She scrambles to her feet before she moves to the edge of the stage in front of you. Me? I'm fine. The strange girl looks away, smiling almost nervously. Oh, I can't believe you're asking me. She pulls on her sleeve, her gaze downcast. What does she mean by that? She was sitting by herself looking extremely depressed, so why wouldn't I be asking her that? Well, you seemed a bit sad, so I was worried, especially since you're here all by yourself. She turns her attention back to you, her eyes big again. You were worried? I'm so sorry I caused you trouble. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm glad you're okay. You smiled at her. She had seemed really down, but seeing her now makes you feel a bit better. She's so animated and full of energy. Anyways, is there anything you need? Are you here for the upcoming performance or something else? Performance? You guess this is a circus tent, so she's probably preparing for the standard business? Not for the performance. I stopped by for directions. I accidentally stumbled here while trying to go to class and I have no idea where I am. Oh, I don't want to make her sad though. I feel like that's going to make her sad. Your explanation seemed to have calmed her down a bit at least. I see. Well, if you're lost, I'll see if I can help you. It won't be free though. You'll need to help me first. Okay. She wants you to help for directions in return? You wonder if this is really okay. Will she actually keep her word? Okay. I don't mind helping you, sugar. You're so sweet. Like, why wouldn't I want to help her? She's adorable. You decide that helping her shouldn't be too much of an issue. Hopefully, it's something quick. Yeah, sure. Why not? The girl seems happy at your agreement. She claps her hands, then spins. Yay! Thank you, thank you. Oh. Oh my goodness. She's a lot taller than I thought she was. I'm gonna be honest, I thought she was like much shorter. But she's a tall one. She then strikes a silly pose. First things first. I'm Lollipop Lala. What's your name, respected stranger? Oh, that is so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh my goodness. Lollipop Lala. Is that a clown name? Fun fact, my nickname used to be Lala. Me and my sister, ex-sister, we're no longer sisters anymore, but me and my ex-sister used to come up with girl group names and stuff, and I was Lala because of my middle name. So yeah. Enter my name. Okay. Voyia. And I can type it better now because I moved the mic away from the freaking keyboard. It's kind of hard to record on my laptop. I'm Voyia. Is Lollipop Lala your clown name or something? It is technically, but it's the only name I had since the circus became my everything. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. She doesn't have an identity outside of being a clown for the traveling circus? What about friends and family? Is it a family-owned circus or something? Lala tips her head, eyeing you curiously. She doesn't seem to understand why you're asking. Well, you said you don't have any identity outside of work, so I was just curious if you worked with your family or something. Oh no, I don't have anything else. I'm all alone. The cheery way that she says it makes you feel a bit unnerved. You decide you want to change the subject before the topic gets more depressing. Ah, I see. So, what's this favor? We'll play a little game, and you'll be helping me practice, like party tricks. So, a bit like a performance that I help with? Yeah, it's like a mini game. Okay. So, I'll set up the balloons, and you'll need to pop them in the order I tell you to. It starts off easy, but it'll get harder as you go on. Lala's tone is playful. She seems very excited that you agreed to play with her. She skips away from you to the other side of the stage, and you can hear the noises of her getting the supplies ready for the game. As she works, she hums softly, which is the only other noise that fills the tent. Now that you think about it, isn't it a bit strange that Lala's the only person here? Was she working overtime or something? She did say she needed help with her work, so maybe she's what they call the weak link in the group. Either way, she seems nice enough, so it shouldn't be too bad helping her, even if you missed the first day of class. After a moment, Lala comes trotting back over, still smiling. It's ready. Come on, Voyia. She reaches down to you and grabs your arm, pulling you onto the stage. Of course she didn't do it by brute strength alone. You did most of the work. She does keep clinging to your arm, however, and drags you over to where she set up the game. When you reach the spot, she finally releases you from her hold and grabs the toy gun. I wouldn't trust this. I'm sorry. I don't like toy guns. I don't like real guns. I don't like anything that has to do with guns. It's just, they make me like uneasy. And like while my family all have their, gun license and stuff, I didn't want to get them because I knew there was no way I could use one. But yeah, I just couldn't. She holds the gun up to you and you attentively take it, wondering what kind of ammo this thing shoots. I hope it's water. Remember, shoot the balloons in the order I tell you to. Okay? Shoot them in this order: red, then blue, then yellow, and finally green. Okay? Shoot them in the order. So red and... Hello? Oh! Okay, are you okay? The moment one of the balloons popped, Lala suddenly drops to the floor, covering her ears. Oh no, did she get scared? You don't like loud noise? I don't like loud noise either. Lala, are you okay? You slowly crouch down in front of her, trying to speak in a soft and quiet voice. Lala, are you okay? She doesn't make any movement to look up at you. Maybe you should get her attention another way. You carefully reach over and gently place your hand on her shoulder. She jumps, looking at you from behind her arms. she still looks scared. Oh, poor little Lala. You poor thing. Were you not expecting the balloons to pop so loudly? After a moment of stillness, Lala looks confused. She lowers her arms and looks towards the balloons. She seemed to have registered what just happened because she looked a bit embarrassed. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? She sits quietly for a moment before looking at you. Yeah, I didn't expect the noise to scare me. Oh, so she's kind of dealing with trauma. Oh, poor thing. Maybe she had an accident or maybe saw an accident that had to involve with some kind of loud noise. Maybe she was exposed to fireworks too early. That was my thing, and that's why I don't like loud noise, because when I was younger, I was exposed to fireworks like at a young age, and now like, oh my god, loud noise makes me so like on edge, I promise you. She lets out a small laugh. Let's do something else. Oh god. Lala quickly pushes herself up from the floor and quickly busts herself with dealing with the balloon game. And after a moment of cleaning up the mess, Lala turns to you once more. How about we do a game of like charades instead? It'll help me with my performance. If you think so. You as a clown, would charades help a clown? I mean, I guess in a sense it would. You're starting to feel like Lala just wants to play games with you. So charades, huh? Alright, bring it on, I'm ready. You don't think you'll be too bad at charades, though. Maybe that's just your ego speaking. Sure, I don't think it'll be too bad at charades. Bring it on. Lala smiles curiously at you. She obviously wasn't expecting your confidence. After a moment, she let out a squeaky laugh. You act as though you've been waiting for this your whole life. You're so funny, Voyia. Actually, I'm okay at charades as long as the person that's doing the stuff knows exactly what they're doing. But I mean, if they don't and they're just like flailing their arms around, they'd be like, this is a windmill, but they're like moving their arms side to side and stuff, I would probably just glare at them and be like, absolutely not, I'll never play this game with you again. Lala then takes on a playful stance before spinning once more. Alright, are you ready? These should be relatively easy, but don't feel bad if you don't get it. She winks at you. I'm not very good at charades, so good luck. Oh boy. I hope the pictures move or something, because I ain't going to be able to tell what she's doing at all. She then shifts, as if getting into a game pose. You briefly think that she looks a bit silly. Look closely, Voyia. I'm going to do a sequence of movement, and you'll need to guess what I'm doing. After saying this, Lala motions as if digging into her pocket. She's smiling as she does so, like she's having fun with the little game. Well, at least she's having fun. She then motions with her hand. It's hard to tell exactly what she's doing. Is she opening something? A bottle or a type of container? She lifts her right arm and motions as though she's putting something in her mouth and makes a chewing motion as she smiles at you. Like bubble gum or candy. So she's eating something. She's definitely eating something. So she definitely just pulled something out of her pocket and ate it. But what was it? Okay, so bubby gum. Jesus. Bubble gum or Jolly Ranchers. I don't know anybody who chewed Jolly Ranchers like that. I don't think I want to know that person. So I'm going to just say bubble gum because that was the first thing that popped in my head when they told me about it. You feel very confident about this answer. You're eating a piece of gum you took out of your pocket. The face she makes is a look of pure surprise. Well, at least I surprised you. No way, Voyia. I can't believe you got it right. She then gives you a huge smile. Great job. You're a pro. I wouldn't call myself a pro, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Let's see if you can keep up this streak for the next one. All right. Get ready for the next one. When she finishes talking, she changes her position. It seems as this round is more than just her arms. The thing she's portraying is taking her whole body instead. Okay, so it's great. Okay, so I can see the picture kind of darkened after I got it right, or I at least answered it. So I'm assuming that the next one is this middle one right here. She holds her arms out on either side of her and balances like she's taking a step forward without moving. All while doing so, she's giving you the soft smile and watching you to make sure you're paying attention. She then lifts her weight to the other leg like she's taking a step. As she does so, she teeters to the side, playing as if she's unbalanced. Okay, so she's walking a tightrope, or she's balancing on the edge of something maybe. While she sways, she looks down with a look of mock surprise and concentration. Whenever she's doing, it takes effort, okay? So I'm not going to say the marionette impression. I think I'm going to go with the balancing on a ball or walking a tightrope. So she's walking, okay, and not like, doing a little scoot when people are bouncing on a ball. I'm going to say the tightrope. I mean, that's his bet. And look at, we almost got the love meter up. Yay. I mean, I guess that means we're going to be dating a clown girl at some point. You feel very confident about your answer. You're walking on a tightrope like they do in some performances. Lala gives you a big smile and tips over so much that she thinks she might fall. Wowee, you're right. You're so good at this, Voyia. She then gives you a wink. Stop winking at me, because you're adorable. She's so cute. I love her. Let's see if you can keep up with this last one as well. It'll be the hardest one yet. Though, knowing you, I'm sure you'll do just fine. Oh, at least she believes in me. She shifts her position, getting ready for the next round. This is going to be the final game. Are you ready, Voyia? You briefly wonder what she would do if you said you weren't. Instead of messing with her, though, you nod that you are ready. Well, let's get ready. She gives you a smile. All right, time for the final round. Lala raises her arms up in front of her as she looks down at them. As she moves her right hand, her face stays relaxed. This means that whatever she is doing doesn't take too much concentration. Okay, all right, and getting the clues. Best to get all the clues before I try to answer. It's a little difficult to tell exactly what she's doing with her right hand since you can't even see it. Oh yeah, her her sleeves are down, so if she is doing something with her hand, you wouldn't be able to actually tell. Whatever it is, however, doesn't take too long. Ouch, itchy, itchy, itchy. She then lifts her left hand to her mouth and motions as if she's putting whatever it is she's holding into it. It's difficult to tell whether she ate something or doing something else. Maybe cleaning her teeth or flossing, maybe. So since she only lifts one hand, I wouldn't say flossing because, you floss with both hands. And if you can floss with one hand without using the little makeshift stick ones, by all means, show me how you do it with the string and the string alone. But I'm going to say brushing your teeth with toothpaste. Wow, we filled the meter. You feel very confident about this answer. You put toothpaste on a toothbrush and now you're brushing your teeth with it. Lala's eyes get big, surprised at your answer. Wow, I can't believe you got this one right. Good job, Voyia. She then smiles big at you. You're right. I even tried to make this one harder so you'd have a hard time. You're such a pro. Lala certainly likes singing you praise, doesn't she? Well, the love meter is filled. I guess I'm going to assume that means that at some point we'll get the option to fall in love or some weird stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't even know if this is a dating Sims at all or like a dating visual novel, so bear with me. In any case, that's the end of the game. Thank you for playing with me, Voyia. Lala claps her hands, looking ecstatic. Oh, I can't believe you got all of them correct. You're so good at charades, Voyia. Is there anything you like as a reward? I don't feel like I earned a reward, but I mean, I'll leave the reward to you. If you want to give me a reward, I don't mind. If she wants to give you a reward for getting them all right, you may as well let her. You wonder if she had anything in mind. Sure, why not? Did you have something in mind? Lala gives you a thoughtful hum, turning her gaze up to the ceiling as she thinks. This gives you the impression that she didn't have anything in mind. Well, either way, you hope whatever she comes up with is nice. After a moment, she turns her attention back to you. How about a lollipop? Without waiting for your answer, she digs around in her pocket before pulling out a piece of candy. She holds it up to you. It's a round pink lollipop on a stick, but the flavor isn't written on the wrapper. You take it with curious hands. What kind is it? Lala gives you a big smile. It's my signature strawberry lollipop. I am Lollipop Lala after all. Right. She is, isn't she? Yeah, but I mean, is it, like strawberry, not strawberry, pink flavored, like the Starburst pink flavor? Because, I love those. But I mean, pink lemonade, it's touch and go. You decide the candy will do as a reward and slip it into your pocket to eat later. Thanks, Lala. I'll eat it later. She beams at you. Of course, Voyia. I'm glad it sufficed. Lala then hums thoughtfully. Oh no, the music got creepy again. Let me take a sip of water, and while I take a sip of water, you guys can consider hitting that subscribe button. And drink your water too. Water is good for you, okay? I know we all suffer from not drinking water, but or if you can. I know some people can't, their situation, everybody's situation is different, but if you can, get yourself a cup of water with some ice if you want and drink it. Although I did hear that room temperature water is better for you. Not for sure about that one. In any case, you needed directions, right? So she'll give me the directions now? You're surprised there isn't another trial you'll need to pass to get them. You wonder if she even knows the directions. I can help you. I may not be from around here, but I've done quite a bit of walking around this area. I'm well acquainted. Well, that answers that. Sure. Do you think you could show me the way? Oh, look at her. Oh, that's so cute. Of course. Lollipop Lala's on the job. With that, Lala leads you out of the tent and in the direction you need to go. She seems to know where the college you needed to be was and took you back to the major city it's located in. Oh, well, isn't that nice of her? She didn't have to, but she did. And you continue this way before turning right at the gas station over there. You'll be able to see the college building from afar, so keep your eyes peeled. Oh, she helped me. You thank Lala and begin to turn to leave before you hear her voice come from behind you. Wait, Voyia! You pause in your steps before turning and looking back at her. I was hoping this wouldn't be the last time we saw each other. I mean, you've been so very nice to me, and I wish I could repay your kindness in some way. It would be nice if we could. It seems like whatever she means, she's too nervous to say outright. Is she hoping the two of you can become friends? You admit she was surprisingly nice company. I just don't want you to leave and for me to never see you again. You let out a sigh and smiled at her. Yeah, it would be sad if that happened too. Lala perks up, seemingly surprised at your admittance. Maybe she was worried you didn't share the same sentiment. Do you really mean that? You let out a laugh. Of course I do, Lala. In fact, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. The mention of talk seemed to have made her nervous once again. You want to talk to me about something? Yeah, don't worry. It isn't anything bad. In fact, I'm pretty sure my class for today is probably almost, if not already, over. Why don't you come and hang out with me at my place? You don't invite strangers to your house. I don't care how nice they are. You know how many nice people I meet in a day? You don't see me over here. Wow, you're so nice. Why don't you come back to my house for a couple of biscuits or some crumpets and tea? No, we don't do that. we most certainly do not do that. Absolutely not. She tips her head curiously at you. You're inviting me over to your home? Yeah. Is that okay with you? Lala seems to ponder this for a moment before she looks back at you. Sure, that's okay. I'll go with you. Her demeanor was relaxed once again, so at least she doesn't think that she's in trouble anymore. You smile. Nice. Let's go then. Oh, well, again, I'm glad she trusts us. That is a very nice thing when you're trying to make a friend and that they trust you. However, I do not trust her. You don't bring strangers home. You lead Lala to your apartment and let her get a feel for the area. You're honestly not sure if she's really okay with coming to your home with you. She could think you really have weird intentions. Though, considering her current demeanor, she doesn't seem too concerned with that. She seems to be looking around with a carefree attitude. That makes me more worried that you're not concerned about where you're going. That makes me more worried. Once she's ready, you lead her inside. Once again, you let her wander around and get a feel for the space she's in. Thankfully, your apartment is fairly small. It's only for one person after all, so less space makes more sense. Yep. My apartment's pretty small. So it's only, I guess, right to have a small apartment if you're, don't have that much space and that much stuff. While waiting for her to get comfortable with the space, you take a seat on the couch. Your apartment is quiet aside from the sounds of Lala walking around. Eventually, she comes back into the room you're in. Your apartment is so nice. You chuckle. You think so? I thought it was pretty mediocre and underdecorated. Well, this is the first time in a home like this. It's so cozy. When she says it like that, you're not sure if it's entirely meant to be a compliment. In any case, Lala, I was wondering if you were really okay with staying in the circus as you've been up until this point. She tips her head at you before she looks thoughtful. Well, if I stay in the trope, there's a pretty good chance I won't be able to see you for long periods of time. That would make me really sad. You slowly nod, listening to her. What do you want to do then? She gives you a small smile, looking a bit attentive. I want to stay with you, Voyia. You're positive that Lala leaving the trope would probably be best for her, since she looked so very sad when you first saw her. How about this? You can stay with me until you figure everything out for your situation, and I'll help you get on your feet. Lala watches you. Are you going to get rid of me one day? What? No. I just meant that if you wanted to leave, I wouldn't force you out if you didn't want to go. Of course she can't stay with you forever, but you figure that's a bridge you'll cross when you get there. Lala nods slowly before smiling. Well, if it's okay with you, it's okay with me. Well, looks like we got a roommate now, or a partner? I don't know what this is going to turn into. Sorry, I was getting some more water. I'm losing my voice. Thankfully, the rest of the day goes without any issues. Lala is a surprisingly calm person when in a normal setting. You were able to send your professor an email about the situation, and they tell you that it's fine as long as you show up for class tomorrow on time. Eventually, you and Lala go to sleep for the night. Wait, in the same bed? This is moving too fast. I didn't even buy you dinner yet, Lala. When you wake up the next morning, you almost forget that you let Lala stay for the night prior. In fact, you only remembered as you were getting ready for class. She should be sleeping on the couch, so you decide that you'll check on her on your way out. You hope that she'd be okay with holding down the fort while you're gone. You aren't too worried about giving her unrestricted access to your home after all. I would 100% be worried about that. I would have a neighbor check on her or a family member or something, so I just know that she's just not here in my home, maybe possibly stealing from me. She's a traveling clown, okay? So what do you expect from a traveling clown? like come on. I expect this woman to rob me blind. When you finish getting ready, you leave your room and head down the hall. On your way to the kitchen, you lean over the side of the couch, taking a peek at Lala. She seems to be sleeping soundly. She doesn't stir to the sound of you walking, at least. So you assume that she's still sleeping. You decide that you'll write her a note before you head out and make your way to the kitchen. Once you're done getting everything ready for class, you head to the door. At this moment, you hear a noise behind you. When you look back, you see Lala standing there. She looks upset. Oh boy, what do we do? Where are you going, Voyia? Geez, Lala, you surprised me. You let out a chuckle, but Lala's demeanor doesn't change. She simply repeats herself. Where are you going? I'm going to class. I'll be coming right back when they're done, though, so you don't need to worry. She doesn't seem to be reassured by your words. In fact, she became more agitated. Oh, boy. You're leaving me, Voyia. What? No. I'll be coming right back when my class finishes up. Jesus, Lala, calm down. I keep almost wanting to call her Layla instead of Lala. You wonder if she's worried about the food situation or anything along those lines. You walk past her into the kitchen. Oh boy. Look, Lala, I even packed some food that you can heat up and eat while I'm gone. And you can watch TV or mess with whatever you like. When you turn back towards her, she followed you into the kitchen, but she doesn't look any less upset. Oh boy. I don't want you to leave, Voyia. It'll be for a little bit. I can't miss class or I'll get kicked out. You're trying to keep your voice as leveled as possible, but her childish behavior is testing your patience. It's almost as if she can tell you're becoming agitated because she raises her voice. You can't leave me, Voyia. Oh boy. I'm getting a little worried about this, that she might follow me. Hopefully she doesn't try to harm me, but I think she might follow me to school and get me in more trouble. You stand silently for a moment, gathering all the calmness you could possibly muster up before you let out a big sigh. You step towards her. It's okay, Lala. Let's just take a deep breath and talk this out, okay? I don't want you to go. Her tone is softer, at least. You're hoping that you can get her to be okay with you leaving for a bit. You can't take her with you. I know. I understand you don't. I wish I could stay too, but I spent a lot of money on these classes. If I miss too many more days now, I stand the risk of getting kicked out or losing all the money I've spent on them. So I really need to attend my classes, but I promise I'll be right back after the classes are done, okay? Does that sound good to you? No, don't leave me. Your efforts were completely in vain. She not only yells out, but she also pushes you away from her. Unfortunately, you lose your footing and fall backwards. On your way down, you hit your head on the edge of the counter. Well, this has taken we got a cray-cray. I knew the cray-cray was going to come out eventually, and I thought it would have been sooner than later, but I guess not. I guess it came out much sooner, and I'm kind of glad it is, because maybe we can get away from her and possibly end up getting her arrested for assaulting me. I'm trying to situate something. Thank you. For assaulting me and get me done with this. But we learned our lesson. You don't let strangers in the house. Say it with me now. Don't let strangers in the house. You can barely even speak due to the throbbing pain in the back of your head. There's also ringing in your ears, making Lala's muttering muffled. At least you think she's muttering. You can't quite make out what she's saying. You close your eyes again, trying to ground yourself. That is, until it's finally registered that Lala is holding a knife. Okay, it is a knife. I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy and you're the crazy one. Okay, she has a knife in her hand. Lala. I won't let you leave me, Voyia. You're the only person who's ever been nice to me. I can't lose you. Please don't leave. I don't want to be alone again. She's speaking loud enough now that you can hear her. She seems to be in some sort of trance. Lala, please. If you're dead, you'll never leave again. You'll always be by my side. Before you can make a move to stop her, she lifts the knife up and drives it into you. She does so repeatedly until everything fades away and the pain finally ends. Well, ending. Everything in moderation. Okay, well, I guess we gotta go back in and do our thing again, because man, oh man, I know there's gotta be a bunch of endings, so here we go, you guys. Alright, so we're back here. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna leave. Don't say anything and leave. Even though you had entered the tent for directions, you decide that you'll be better off finding your way on your own. The woman you had seen doesn't say a word as you leave. She's still simply watching you turn and exit the tent. That picture of her is so cute. I love it. You figured you can just walk back the way you came, wondering why you didn't try that from the beginning. You'll have to troubleshoot your location service problem when you have the time. You can't believe the unluckiness of it breaking before a situation like this. After a bit of trouble, you eventually find your way to the college, somehow before class even ended. Your professor listened to your explanation and chose to believe your excuse. You're being let off with a simple warning. The rest of the day ends without any more weirdness. A month has passed and you had completely forgotten about the incident from the first week here. Thankfully, you didn't get lost again after the first day. You also never saw the weird circus tent nor the clown inside it again. It had slipped your mind for the better part of a month, but it had resurfaced in your head recently and has been bugging you. You haven't talked to anyone about it, so you don't know if your experience was strange or not. Either way, you decide to go back to where you first seen it, the tent. One thing for certain is that this place is as dead as it was when you were first here. You can't see anyone around, walking on the street or within the store windows. So I'm guessing wherever the place was located at, there were stores around, which is weird because it just might be a dead town, but why is there a dead town located next to a vibing town? I guess they didn't say that the town that his school was in was vibing, or she was in was vibing. So I guess, that's just a second little guess, I guess. I don't know. Another thing that hasn't changed is that most of the stores in this area are still closed down. It's creepy, almost like a ghost town. The thought makes you shiver, despite the warm weather. You push the feeling down and head towards where you remember the tent being. When you arrive at the spot where you remember the tent being, you're a bit surprised that there isn't anything there. Though, considering the fact that many circus tents travel from place to place, you shouldn't be too surprised. Your eyes scan the area. The trees are gently rustling, the leaves swaying in the breeze. You swear you see something. Oh, what is that, a bag? Though, hanging from one of the trees. Is it a decoration of sorts? You decide to approach it. It looks like a little baggie. Your blood runs cold. You realize dawning on you! Oh, my God. No way. The thing hanging from the tree wasn't a decoration at all. It was the body of the weird clown girl swinging in the breeze. What have you done? Ending, no one loves me. Oh, I did not like that one. Again, I'm going to put trigger warnings all up on the screen in the beginning. As I go through, I'm going to find them and lock them in as I'm editing and everything else. So just so y'all know, so y'all not like hit with the little surprise. But let's go back in and find another ending. Okay, so here I am back at this. I did the leave. I asked her, was she okay? I guess, do you make it a habit to stare at everyone who enters like that? Oh, that feels so bad. That doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel like something I would say, but I mean, I'm not supposed to be acting like me. So I think in this one, I'm going to not fill the meter up all the way and just kind of let the game ride, I suppose. And then I'll go back through and see if the other ones kind of give me, or like I'll just say no in a sense, I guess. Do you have any manners at all? The girl blinks at you in surprise. She was clearly not expecting you to say that. Still, though, she fails to say anything at all. You feel a prick of annoyance. Do you only know how to stare? The expression quickly shifts to something resembling fear. I'm sorry. Her voice is quiet, and she shields herself as if she thinks you'll hit her. I didn't mean to make you angry. Please forgive me. I won't do it again, I promise. You sigh, your irritation washing away. You were annoyed, sure, but you didn't want a response like this. Does she think that you're the violent type or something? Relax. I'm not mad or anything. You aren't? No, I'm not. I have no idea where I am, and I was hoping you'd give me some directions. She seemed to have recovered from earlier scare and is now looking at you curiously. Well, if you're lost, I'll see if I can help you. It won't be free, though. You'll need to help me first. Okay, so we read this already. She wants you to help her for the directions in return. Okay, so we read that. I'm going to say no this time. No. You're only going to help me if I help you first? Are you serious? How can I trust if you'll even keep your word? Her face falls at your harsh words. Aww. She looks like she'll cry. I promise I'll give you the directions you want. I just wanted to play a game with you before you left. A game? Fine. Oh, that sounds so mean. I think I'm just gonna keep denying her and say no. Do you think I have all day to stand around and play? I'm leaving. You can't believe this girl. You need directions and she just wants to play games. You feel like she doesn't respect your time at all. Considering her attitude up to this point as well, she seems self-absorbed type of person. Do you think I even have the time to just stand around and play with you? I'm not playing this little game, Lala. Huh? How did my character know her name? Already? Did she say her name and I just didn't realize it? Let me scroll back real quick. No, she never said her name. I think that might have been like a accidental oopsie daisy. You've tested my patience enough. Lala doesn't say a word as you leave. She's still, simply watching you turn and exit the tent. You figured you could just walk back the way you came, wondering why you didn't try that from the beginning. Okay, so we read all this. When I get to something I haven't seen, I'll, chime back in. So this is different. This sentence is different, so I'm hoping that maybe it chimes off to something different. Thankfully, you didn't get lost again after this first day. Not this one, but this part. I came this way and I went back so you guys could see. You also never saw the weird circus tent nor Lala again. It has slipped your mind for the better part of a month. Okay, so that was the only thing that was added. That was new. I'm going to keep going so y'all don't have to read through all this. Okay, so we know what ending this is, and I don't want you guys to see it again. I understand if people have a situation where they don't want to, read or think about death. So I get it. I understand. I'm not going to put y'all through this ending again. So I'm going to just skip past it. If something new pops up as I'm going through it, then I'll show you guys, but I won't put you guys through this ending again. So there was no other ending to that one part that I had just came from. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So I'm going to go back in and see if there's any other endings I find. If not, that's okay. I'll just go ahead and just go on by my merry way, but and end the gameplay. But if I find another ending, y'all know. So I'm back here again. We've done all of these except for these two. I don't know if they change anything with the high, but I'll go back through again like I said. And let's go ahead and just hit that. What are you doing sitting alone in a place like this? The clown stares at you for a moment, almost as if she doesn't understand your question. So I'm going to go ahead and not fill up the bar all the way and see what happens. It's only for a moment though, because she abruptly sits up straight, adjusting to sit on her feet. But why am I sitting alone, huh? Her voice slowly trails off, her eyes flickering from left to right. It suspiciously seems like she's searching for a reason. She turns her attention back to you, seemingly unusually calmer. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? For my manager to come and tell me what I should do. Her manager? For the upcoming performance? Oh, I see. It seems she could tell that you were confused. You feel a bit embarrassed. Maybe. I'm not embarrassed. I'd just be like, oh, silly me. I should know that you are a performer. Hold on one second, you guys. I didn't want y'all to hear the creaky sound and it get you in the ear. The clown suddenly smiles at you, her voice becoming cheery. Are you a customer? No. I just came here because I was lost and in need of directions. It doesn't seem like anyone else is around, so I was hoping I'd get the help here. Lost? She eyes you curiously. It's difficult to tell what she's thinking with the way she's quietly staring at you. Well, if you're lost, I'll see if I can help you. It won't be free. Okay, so we're back at the it won't be free, it's gonna cost you, and we're gonna play games with her. So again, I'm gonna like broom through, like speed through, and just like get to something that we haven't seen yet. Okay, so instead of doing exactly what she said, remember we're supposed to pop the balloons red, blue, then yellow, and then green. I'm gonna like pop one that like pop my favorite color, I guess. The moment one of the balloons pop, Lala suddenly drops to the floor, covering her ears. You can hear the sounds of her labored breathing as she shakes from her spot on the floor. So this time we're not going to say anything. We did ask her, was she okay? We're just not going to say anything. You decide to stay silent and wait for her to stand back up, which ends up taking a bit longer than you might have originally anticipated. Lala stays in a quivering ball on the floor for what feels like 10 whole minutes. She was really scared. When she finally lifts her head, she looks up at you in surprise. I didn't think that would scare me so bad. Despite her expressive face, her voice didn't come out as loud as you would have expected it to. You sigh, raising an eyebrow at her. The game was your idea, but you're the one that's on the floor in a mess? She lets out a dry laugh. Yeah, sorry. Let's do something else. Okay, so this is all the same. I'm going to skip on through this now. So we're back at the charades thing. I don't know which one to choose, but I'm going to choose I'm not really good at charades. Are you sure? I'll even be a help. Be of help, excuse me. You can't but remember the last time you played charades with anyone, if you even have at all. Are you sure you want me to play with you? I don't think I'll be very good at it. Lala hums thoughtfully, looking at you with careful consideration. After a moment, she smiles again. Don't worry, Voyia. I'm bad at everything, so if you're having trouble, it isn't your fault. Lala, I don't think that's how that one works. I'm a lousy clown, and the circus wants to throw me away too. Oh, look at her little cute bunny ears. That was sad, but I mean, her cute bunny ears makes it a little better. Despite her sad words, Lala's tone is playful, makes you feel a bit complicated on the inside. Is she okay? Lala then takes her playful stance before spinning once more. All right, are you ready? These are relatively easy. Okay, so this is all the same. So this time I'm going to say a chewable pill, like a vitamin or something. We don't want the meter to go up, okay? I'm not going to get them all wrong, but I'm going to get some of them right. All right. Well, it's only 3 of them. I'm going to get one of them right at least. You're honestly not sure if you even came close to this guess, but you decide to pitch it anyway. You're eating a vitamin you took out of a bottle from your pocket. Lala laughs before she gives me a funny look. Aw, so close, Voyia. It was actually a piece of gum. I can't give you a point even though you were close, unfortunately. You'll just have to try harder next time. The next one will be a bit easier, so hope you get it right. All right, get ready for the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna answer this one actually right. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna say, I don't know, putting you in your retainer, I guess. You're honestly not sure if you even came close to this guess, but you decide to pitch it anyway. You're putting in some sort of retainer on your teeth. Lala puts her hand on her chin and hums softly. It seems like she's trying to gauge how close you are to being right. Well, you're close. It wasn't a retainer, but it did have to do with my teeth. On that train of thought, did you have braces before, Voyia? So I'm supposed to have braces? I have a lot of teeth problem. And I'm supposed to have braces. Is one of those things. I just was so scared to get them, so I was like, nah, I'm good. I couldn't understand them, so I didn't want them. I did. I do right now. I didn't. No, I never felt that braces were for me. Lala nods sagely. Even if you have slightly crooked teeth, it can be a better option to go without braces. You laugh softly. Are you saying my teeth are crooked, Lala? She perks up, her eyes big as she stares at you. Your teeth? No, no, of course not. I would expect that she would have thought that I would have got violent over that, because you saying somebody's teeth are crooked, that could lead to a fight if you say it to the right person. You laugh again. Her reaction was as you expected it to be. I'm just messing with you. I know that's not what you meant. She places her hand on her chest and breathes out a sigh of relief. That's good. You had me really worried there, Voyia. In any case, that's the end of the game. Thank you for playing with me, Voyia. You might not have gotten every single one right, but I like the answers overall. She gives you a wink. And between you and me, it wasn't your fault you got those wrong. I'm super duper bad at charades. Lala then hums thoughtfully. In any case, you needed directions, right? Okay, so we went through this already. If anything comes up differently, I'll chime back in. So this is different going forward. Not I don't know how different it is, but I know after I skipped it and went through, this is what it said. You thank Lala for showing you the way and head off to your school. It was a long day, but it seems it'll be finally over. In the end, you wish Lala the best and you're thankful you ran into her, as strange as it was. Though, you're certainly happy the weirdness is over. Tick, tick, tick. Nothing? Oh, give or take. Okay, so that's another ending. I'm going to go back in and again try to see if I can find another ending. So, I guess this time I could say, hi. You attentively greet her, feeling unsure of what else to say. I mean, really, what do you say in a situation like this? Rather than immediately responding, the clown blinked hard at you. She seemed to be processing the situation. After a moment of more silence, she suddenly drops her arms from her knees and quickly crawls towards the edge of the stage closest to you. The movement is loud and abrupt, making you nearly jump out of your skin. Her eyes are still practically bugged out. The only thing about her face that has changed is her mouth dropping open. A customer! Her sudden shout makes you jump back. Huh? A customer? Me? For what? Oh, are you not a customer? She seems to have slumped down a bit. Her embarrassment doesn't just show on her face. It's displayed on her entire body. I don't think so. I see. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Her demeanor has completely changed. It's almost jarring. No need to be sorry. I'm not here to watch any performance or anything. You aren't? Did you get lost or something? Yeah, actually. You let out an awkward laugh. I was trying to get to my class, but ended up losing track of time and getting completely lost. She eyes you curiously. It's difficult to tell what she's thinking with the way that she's quietly staring at you. Well, if you're lost, I'll see if I can help you. Okay, this is all the same. I'm going to go back in and see what else I can find. So this time I'm just going to say flossing her teeth. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just say that. I'm not sure if you're right, but you definitely feel like you're on the right track. You're flossing your teeth with some sort of one-handed flosser. Lala stares at you as she's processing what you just answered. She looks up and around the room before turning her attention back to you and smiling. Not a bad guess. It is something with my teeth, but unfortunately it isn't correct. I wish I could give you the point for that one. She winks at you while still smiling. That's okay though. It was really close, so you shouldn't blame yourself for that one. Well, I mean, in any case, that's the end of the game. So I'm always, if something new comes up, I will chime back in. So this time I said that you're balancing on a ball for a performance, like one of those neat stunts. I don't think I showed you guys this one. It's probably just like the little segue thingies that like the other ones do, but I'm trying to show you guys everything about the game. Lala smiles at you. Wow, you're really close. It is for a performance, so I wish I could give you a point for that one. I'm sure you'll be able to get the last one, though. Don't worry. Okay, so I guess we got that one wrong. Okay, it wasn't as new as I thought it was. You let out a hum, curious about something. Lala. Oh, wait, so this is new. This part is new. Lala. So I wonder if I go through and ask her all the different, like, weird stuff. Like, instead of chewing gum, chewing, like, gummy bears and stuff. Like, what is it going to all be different? Though, Lala, have you ever needed to do any sort of balancing act like that for your performance? She seems taken aback from the sudden question. Like balancing on a ball? She looks up thoughtfully before she looks back at you and smiles. No, I'm not allowed to do any sorts of stunts because I'm not good at anything. The circus trope likes to send me away during performances. I think they think I don't realize, but I do. I know they secretly want to get rid of me, but I think since I've been part of it for so long, I think they're hesitating a lot. Lala isn't allowed to perform? If they don't let you take part of the performance, how do you make money from them? She laughs and strikes a pose. I don't get paid. You don't make any money at all? Nope, but it isn't like I'm completely dead weight, though I'm sure it's only a matter of time now. What do you do in the trope then? I help put everything together. The tent and the props. Oh, God. You're the little stage manager. Oh, God. I also help hand out flyers and get people to come see the performance. And they don't pay you for any of that work at all. Lala tips her head at you, clearly not understanding your apprehension. Of course not. I'm dead weight as a clown. I'm lucky they give me a place to sleep and food at all. If it weren't for them, I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere. Money isn't everything, Voyia. You don't need to worry. Are you happy at least? This question seems to take her by surprise. She stands and stares at you for a long while, seemingly not knowing how to respond. After the moment passes, she casts her gaze on the floor. I am happy. Of course I'm happy. They're all I have. Without the circus, I'd be nothing. It sounds to you like Lala doesn't actually believe the words she's saying. Sounds like it's a bit like she's repeating stuff others have told her. Oh, so they just basically physically, verbally abuse it? She raised her hands at me, so they had to have physically abused her. Like, no way in heck she would have thought I would have hit her without it actually happening at least once or twice. So they're physically and verbally abusing her and gaslighting the heck out of her. Shame on them. Shame on them completely. Things they want her to believe. Oh, you let out a sigh. Don't worry about it, Lala. You wanted to do another round of charades, right? Lala turns her attention back to you. It's almost like she thinks that you're mad at her. After taking a moment to study your face, however, she relaxes. Yeah, there's one more round to do. I'm sure you'll be able to... Okay, so this is going back into the charades thing. So again, if I have to come back through here again, I'll check and see if the things say something differently. But other than that, I'm gonna skip past this. So, so this time I chose the steak thing that they're cutting steak. Lala tips her head at you. Do you want to give any guesses? You might be right. A guess? It did look a bit like she was eating something. Maybe you were cutting something up, some sort of food, or eating it? At this suggestion, she blinks hard at you before laughing. That's a good answer. It isn't right, but it's creative. You let out a sigh. Oh, what were you doing then? I was brushing my teeth. See? I put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, and then I put the toothbrush in my mouth. You give her a deadpan look. I can't see your hands, Lala. How was I supposed to tell that you were putting toothpaste on a toothbrush? Good point. Why do you wear such long sleeves anyway? It seems inconvenient. Oh man, I do like her long sleeves, but yeah, I used to do the same thing. I used to wear long sleeves, everything, and put my hand over my mouth, kind of like her, but instead I would put like the cuff of the part like where your hand comes out of over my face. I don't know why. I was just a weird little emo kid. Lala stares at you slightly for a moment before she starts pulling on her sleeve. It's almost as if she's trying to make them longer. Uh-oh. What are you trying to hide? Don't tell me you do that bad thing that we shouldn't do to ourselves. We're supposed to love ourselves. We're not supposed to physically or mentally hurt ourselves. Please don't tell me you do that. Well, you're starting to get a bad feeling. She seems to be feeling uncomfortable about the topic, but you're just talking about her sleeve. Is she using them to hide something? If she just had to answer something like long sleeves are cuter, aren't they, that would be one thing. But it seems as though she's unable to even come up with an excuse. Uh-oh. Which gives you the impression that something's wrong. Lala, what's wrong? She looks towards you, not looking any less uncomfortable. Well, they're just... She crosses her arms, but it looks more like she's hugging herself. I have to wear them like this. You have to? Why? She glances from one side to the other before looking at you once more. It almost seems like she's looking for an escape route. You should probably drop the topic before she runs away. Yes, we definitely should. Absolutely. You know what? It's okay. You don't need to tell me if you aren't comfortable. She blinks at these words, clearly taken by surprise. Was she expecting you to keep pushing until you told her? She lets out a sigh in what sounds like relief and relax. Well, I'm supposed to wear them like this because of my punishment for being a bad clown. You were surprised she actually continued the topic. Maybe she was clamming up because she was afraid of what you would do if she didn't tell you. Oh no. This girl is so afraid and so traumatized that it makes it really hard to talk to her. Punishment? She nods. When I mess up, I get hit. I knew it. Oh man, this makes me mad. This makes me so mad. I'm so mad. After saying this, she pulls up her sleeves and holds her arms out to show you. This right here, y'all my family on here. You watching this video, you're my family. You let me find out somebody doing this to you, and we come into their house with bats. We ride at dawn. We know. Don't you ever let me find out somebody's hurting you, and you call me family. I call you family, and somebody's hurting you. Nah, no. Oh no, we're coming with bats and lube. Don't ask what it's for. On her palms and forearms, there are marks of varying degrees of freshness on her skin. They look to be from switches and whips. The sight of them makes you feel dizzy. These are your punishments? Lala nods. When I mess up, it makes them mad. If I can't be useful for the business, the best thing I can do is be the proper punching bag. Her voice shakes when she says this. Ooh, I'm getting mad. You can tell she doesn't really think this way. Lala. You want to comfort her in some way, but she quickly retracts her arms. But that's okay. I'm happy to be useful somehow. She's smiling. I'm sorry. It just really makes me mad to read stuff like this. It makes me angry because I can't do nothing about it. I can't punch a clown in the face. She's smiling, but you can tell she doesn't actually feel happy. It makes you question all the other times she smiled at you. Was she forcing herself all these times as well? I mean, when we first met her, she was sitting in the middle of a stage just upset and sad. So it's not like far-fetched for her to be trying to just smile so we don't get upset or we don't think she's upset. In any case, that's the end of the game. Thank you for playing with me, Voyia. Oh my god. So this is new. This is something different. Oh man, I kind of agree with it. You're sure if you leave now, you won't be able to see Lala again. You don't think you'd be able to find peace leaving her this way? Thanks, Lala. Of course, Voyia. Before I go, Lala pauses, tipping her head to you. You think back to how she had been behaving the entire time you interacted with her. She had came off as ditzy when you first met her. Her over-the-top reaction and overall playful nature certainly played their parts. Thinking back on it now, though, you realize that she must have been acting. She isn't clueless or stupid at all. It seems like the people she works with, those she referred to as everything, wants her to believe that she doesn't know anything. From what you can tell, she's a very observant and careful person. She seems smart to you and overall a nice girl. Should you really meddle or should you leave things the way they are? Oh, we're gonna meddle? We're gonna meddle in this? No way we're gonna leave her like this. I actually don't think I should go just yet. Lala tips her head at you. She seems worried that something's wrong. I'm really worried about you, Lala. Some of the things you told me and showed me. It takes a moment, but she seems to realize what you're trying to say before you even finish your sentence. She looks down at the ground. You're worried? I am. I'm even more worried about what'll happen if I leave you in this situation knowing what's going on. She slowly nods. You're not happy, are you, Lala? She looks at you again. She goes quiet again, as if afraid what will happen if she finishes her sentence. If you aren't, I can help you. You aren't alone anymore, Lala. I'm here. I'm so worried that helping her is going to get me killed. But I don't want to leave her like this. Her eyes widen slightly at your words. You can see the tears welling up in her eyes before she looks down again. Oh, I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a very long time. The world has been telling me my whole life that I have been undeserving of love, and I've been holding out hope that something, anything, will show me that I deserve the space I take up. I'm not good at anything, and I'm too much of a coward to do anything on my own. I just want this pain to finally end and be happy for once in my life. She looks up at you. Do you think that's possible? You may not completely know Lala and her entire life story, but you do know one thing for certain, and that everyone deserves good things in their lives simply just because they're alive. You believe that everyone should be given a chance to do and be better, no matter their circumstances. And if someone is asking you for help like their life depends on it, you should help them just because you're alive and they're here. Of course I think that's possible. Her eyes grow big again. It seems as though she was expecting you to shoot her down last minute. No, honey, look, I saw the last couple of outcomes. I didn't like them, and I want you to change. Please don't murder me. I want you to change. Don't kill me, please. Please, please. I'm trying to help you. Don't kill me. At your affirmation, however, Lala looks at the ground before she covers her face and weeps. You let her cry until she's done. Oh, poor Lala. When she finishes and wipes her face, she attentively lowers her arms and looks at you. You smile. It's okay now. I'll help you. She gives you a small nod. If it's okay with you, you can stay at my apartment until you've gathered your bearings as well. You're really okay with me coming over to your home? Why wouldn't I be? Because you don't know me. Well, couldn't the reverse be said as well then? She hums thoughtfully before nodding. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, we helped her out. Please don't murder me. We helped her out. Yay. And with that, she goes with you as you return home. You probably completely missed class today, so you'll explain it to your professor later. In the end, Lollipop Lala, who you originally met by chance, is now your roommate until further notice. All of the words of how useless she is was completely wrong. She is a hard worker and pulls her weight in terms of rent and chores. Look at her! Oh, she's so cute! She's wholly dedicated to her pursuit of happiness, and while not every day is sunshine and rainbows, you're eternally grateful you said something that fateful day. Oh my goodness, ending the pursuit of happiness. Well, that was a great ending. That was something really good to end off on. I don't know if there's any more endings, but if there are, please let me know in the description. Ooh, in the comment section, not the description box. I'm going to put up all the stuff in the description box so you can go try this game out for yourself. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace and love.